do everything they can, even if it includes drinking Sakwa's blood. So I think we can close it up, unless you guys have something else. Me, I've been told we have time to continue.
Oh, right. So if we do have time, then there's something here on Kenya, homeless youths growing mental health crisis. And you see the stats being given there, saying many community members unfairly label people experiencing homelessness as mentally unstable or undeserving of support. And so there is generally reduced public interest in the issues affecting those who are homeless due to prevailing assumption that the homeless are social misfits and often deal with substance abuse, and that is very true. And the stats are 46,639 thousand. That's the number of street persons spread across the 47 counties in Kenya, many of them being youth, followed by children, according to data from National Street Family Census in 2018. And then 10,000 is the number of people screened and treated for mental, neurological, and substance use disorders in Nairobi County as of 2022. And 30 is the number of mental health facilities in Nairobi offering integrated mental health services at primary care as of 2022. And finally, 10 is the number of mental health practitioners employed as of 2022 in Nairobi. I think this is quite staggering, especially the number of health practitioners. Why 10? 10 is quite below, the expected, seeing that the mental health crisis is a big burden in Nairobi. And what they've said about even the street, people in the streets, how we usually view them, like they're just social misfits. You don't care. But when it's someone else with mental health, mtawapeleka madhara, mtawapeleka nini. But for the ones in the streets, we just assume uni bangi, uni nini.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's really terrifying.
Yeah.
Because also when you look at how often do we, I'd say, prioritize mental health. I was reading an update, I think it was from Mr. Beast, alikuwa anasema if he had prioritized his mental health, he wouldn't be successful. So it means the reason why he succeeded is he has to abandon the mental health, aspect of it, so that he goes through the crazy things to be successful.
Wow.
And from the comment section, they're saying that's why there's a lot of suicides. There's even one that said most billionaires are psychopaths. They're not empathetic. They don't consider mental health as a thing. It's a thing for the weak.
Yeah.
And I remember Speed as well saying it about, I think, Kai Sinat, when Kai Sinat, who is a fellow streamer, took a break. He cited mental health issues. Akasema, I don't let my mental health control me. I control it. You have to be a man up, So when you look at such things, they actually affect the dynamics of how we generally view, prioritizing mental health. I don't know.
Yeah, because if you say like you ignore your problems, maybe your mental problems, what you do, you switch off your emotions. So that it'll just make you someone who is cold. You don't react to anything emotionally. You're just there. So I think that's a problem that needs to be talked about very, very.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because if you look at it, I think I've also met people dealing with such issues in my last years. I think last year I met someone who was dealing with that type of issue, mental health issue, but did not even like to speak about it. He just wanted like the reactions, like how he dealt with. It was more physical reactions. So you could just be angry all the time. And if you intimidated him kidogo tu, unaweza kuta amekuchapa.
So it becomes violent. But also, do you believe most billionaires are psychopaths? When you look at how Elon Musk behaves, I don't know if you've seen even the jibs.
Yep, probably, yeah.
Do you believe there's a certain sense and air of mental health issues with billionaires? Like the way they're so serious and gangster about their agendas, I don't think somebody with their sane mental health would even produce such a project of transhumanism.
Yeah, I think there's a level of...
It's a certain level of mental health.
Yeah, that you have.
Because you're dealing with a lot of things.
Yeah, when you do, you have a lot to deal with. So unless you're very keen to take out your mental health, you'll just have a problem somehow.
Yeah.
But I also
agree, even journalists, a lot of journalists have according to me, si statistic by the way, si statistic haiko out there, sijaisoma, haijakuwa verified by some organization flani. I tend to think to some level and extent, most journalists in our country suffer from mental health issues of maybe years of abuse, abuse in a way that, you're being underpaid, undervalued, and not being paid, not being awarded your worth, and also maybe the pressure. Because if you look at the stories, and I'm borrowing from the story of Adele Onyango on Kiss FM, she had a very wild story. Still Kamenogoro, a very wild mental health story. Who else? A wild mental health story. When you look at, there's a journalist as well who committed suicide, mental health issues stuff. There's a journalist, I think, who was super drunk, and I think he was run over by a car. Investigations, mental health issues. Many of these people who are making people, laugh on radio, they are really crazy in person. They have a lot going on. So maybe in future I should start a retreat center for journalists, like place to kwenda kuvent useme ma issues huko hivyo, like what you had to go through in your career while building up. Yeah. Sitakuwa center fiti. Itakuwa poa. You'll get good money there.
Yeah, and they've just remembered, well, we're looking at this story yesterday, talking of the street kids. How these guys that sell hapo kwa streets, when unauzanga sijui soda nini, keki, ma sweetie nini, those
street side vendors.
Street side vendors. So I saw a street boy bringing a chupa soda, the small one.
Yeah.
Iko full. I think he had borrowed someone. How you would borrow kabla nifungue, I give you.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then he took it akapelekea kwa huyu street vendor, and then the street vendor took it kachini ambacho nikani bangi.
Yeah.
Akaficha afu anampatia pesa. So I was like, this is what happens. I'm not saying that's what happens to everyone, not that we stop giving, but it was very discouraging, to think that I would buy a drink from from a street vendor mwenye si trust, because you don't know kama hiyo soda ilikuwa ifunguliwa ikafungwa too tight. I was really nilikuwa natamani ningekuwa na camera your time. I just capture that moment, for nini.
You feel like it was a very funny transaction?
Yeah, it was really funny. You're just looking, because they were like, that's how they got my attention, and then so
wild. That was wild.
Crazy.
I'm being told we have to exit now. We are clear to go. So give your parting shots as we exit.
Well. All right, James.
Okay. I'll be bringing sports back kidogo in just a few minutes. And I think Steph are coming back in a few.
No, it's you coming back.
So make sure you're tuned in. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That's a little stuff.
Stay tuned in. So great things coming your way. And so get me on my socials at Stephanie Ayeta.
Yes, and of course at Brown Sako101 and at James John at Y254 channel. Thank you. We take a break. We come back with so much more. Stay tuned.